Hello friends, welcome to Technique, and in this video we'll do a detailed comparison of two mid-range phones, the Xiaomi Mi A1 and the Nokia 6. So these two devices are really good in terms of their specifications, and both come with Android stock Android experience. So which is a better device to buy? In this video we'll compare all the aspects and see which is the better looking device for this price segment. So both these devices are priced for 10,999, and in this video we'll take a look at the detailed aspects. So without any further delay, let's get started. First step, the design and build quality. So design wise, you can see that both these devices are quite different in terms of the looks. We have the Xiaomi Mi A1 with the looks of iPhone 7 Plus, and also the Xiaomi's Mi Max 2, while the Nokia 6 looks quite different, and it has sharper edges and chamfered edges. And on the whole, both these devices are quite good looking devices in this price segment. Both have power and volume keys on the right side. The bottom houses the USB-C type port on the Mi A1, while it's a normal micro USB charging slot on the Nokia 6. Both have speaker units located at the bottom panel. The Mi A1 also comes with 3.5mm audio jack at the bottom, while the Nokia 6 has the audio jack at the top, and the Mi A1 also additionally has this IR blaster included. And on the left side we have the dual SIM card slots. On the front panel we have a 5.5-inch Full HD display on both the devices, so the front camera and the 3 capacitive touch buttons. We also have a fingerprint scanner integrated to the home button on the Nokia 6. So that was the design aspect. Now talking about the build quality, this is one area where the Nokia 6 is really premium. It is built like a tank and a great build quality overall, while the Xiaomi's Mi A1 definitely has good build quality, but it does not match up with the build quality offered by the Nokia 6. So design wise, both these devices are good looking. The build quality is better on the Nokia 6. Now next step, let's talk about the display. So both the phones have 5.5 inches display, 2.5D glass and Corning Gorilla Glass support, and both the devices have pretty good viewing angles as well. The color reproduction is quite good on both the phones, and the touch response is also very smooth. The display colors on the Xiaomi's Mi A1 is slightly cooler in nature, while on the other hand the Nokia 6 has a slightly more warmer tones for the display. So both these devices have really good displays in this price segment. Now next step, let's talk about the most important aspect, the software. Now both the phones come with stock Android, and they have the exact same UI, no difference whatsoever. And you could see that the Xiaomi's Mi A1 is under the Google's Android One platform, while the Nokia 6 again comes with the stock Android, no additional apps installed. And if you go to the settings panel again, you could see the exact same settings panel used on both the phones, the stock Android experience, and you get some gestures on both the phones. Nothing much in terms of gesture support, and additional options are also not included. And you have Android 7.1.2 on the Mi A1, while it's Android 7.1.1 on the Nokia 6. Now both the phones are slated to get the Android Oreo update towards the end of this year, but the Xiaomi's Mi A1 will be getting the next version of Android as well, because it's under the Google's Android One platform. So that's the advantage we have for the Mi A1. Other than that, it's the same experience we get on both the phones. So we don't really have a clear winner in terms of the software on these two devices. Now next up, let's talk about the performance. So this is one area where the Xiaomi Mi A1 is superior. It has a Snapdragon 625 octa-core chipset coupled with 4GB RAM and 64GB storage. While on the other hand, we have the Nokia 6 with 3GB RAM and a Snapdragon 430 octa-core chipset and 32GB storage. So in terms of the performance, definitely the Mi A1 is better. The Snapdragon 625 is a tried and tested chipset, great performance all round. Even in terms of the gaming experience, you could clearly see that the Mi A1 was the better choice in terms of the gaming experience when compared to the Nokia 6. The Nokia 6 with the Snapdragon 430 is quite a decent chipset, but when it comes to heavy tasks, it does struggle a bit with the Snapdragon 430. And additionally, we also have 4GB RAM on the Mi A1 along with 64GB storage, while it's a 32GB storage on the Nokia 6. So overall, in terms of the performance, we would give it to the Mi A1 with the superior performance with the Snapdragon 625 chipset. Now both the phones come with dual SIM cards and 4G LTE. Now talking about the fingerprint scanner experience, we have the fingerprint scanner on the front panel on the Nokia 6, while it's on the rear panel on the Mi A1. So let's just quickly test the fingerprint scanner experience. You could see that the Nokia 6 is slightly faster overall in terms of the fingerprint scanner. So that's the fingerprint scanner experience on these two devices. Now talking about the call quality and speaker performance, this is one area where the Mi A1 was slightly ahead. The speakers was really good on the Xiaomi's Mi A1 with power amplifier, and also the output via headphone jack was really good. So the Mi A1 is a choice in terms of the speaker performance. Now next step, let's talk about the cameras. So we have two different camera options. One is a dual camera setup with 12 and 12 megapixel combination with a 12 megapixel wide angle lens and 12 megapixel telephoto lens with a 2x optical zoom and dual tone dual LED flash. Now we have a 16 megapixel shooter on the Nokia 6 with a dual tone dual LED flash, and on the front panel we have a 5 megapixel shooter on the Xiaomi's Mi A1, while it's an 8 megapixel camera on the Nokia 6. Now interface wise, we would say the Mi A1 offers additional options and modes when compared to the Nokia 6. Now it also has this lossless zoom and also portrait photography, which is not available on the Nokia 6. Now let's have a look at the camera samples taken with these two devices. You could see that both these devices are quite good in terms of daylight experience, but in terms of the overall clarity and sharpness levels, the Mi A1 was slightly better than the Nokia 6 in terms of daylight performance. And when it comes to low light performance, neither of these devices are really stunning. Both come with noise in the low light captures, but the Mi A1 has better looking low light photos because it has better brightness for the images shot in low light conditions. Now additionally, Mi A1 can also record in 4K. 4K recording is supported, and also at 1080p, while it's just 1080p on the Nokia 6. The Mi A1 also can take portrait images and also 2x lossless zoom, which is not available on the Nokia 6. Now the front facing camera was quite decent on both the phones. Neither of them was really superior in terms of the front facing camera. Both are quite average in terms of the front facing camera performance. So overall, in terms of the camera experience, we would say the Mi A1 definitely is the better choice when compared to the Nokia 6. Now next step, let's talk about the battery. So we have a 3080 mAh battery on the Mi A1, while it's a 3000 mAh battery on the Nokia 6. Neither of these phones have fast charging included, and both have decent battery life. But here again, you could see that the Xiaomi's Mi A1 is slightly superior to the Nokia 6 in terms of the battery performance. With the Snapdragon 625, which is really power efficient chipset, the overall battery performance was better on the Mi A1. So now we have talked about almost all aspects. Which is the better device to buy here? So we'll talk about the good aspects of the Mi A1. It has a good design, good build quality, good display, excellent software, great set of cameras, great performance, and a good battery life. Now on talking about the Nokia 6, it again has a good design and build quality, excellent build quality rather, and display is again quite good. Software is pretty good, and the performance is kind of okay, not really that great, especially with the Snapdragon 430, and the battery performance is again average. And the camera was not that great on the Nokia 6. So summing up all the aspects, you get a better value for money device in terms of all the aspects with the Xiaomi's Mi A1, which is priced exactly the same pricing as that of Nokia 6. So based on all these aspects, we would say the Xiaomi Mi A1 makes a better value for money device in this price segment. So that's all guys. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.